And we are live on a Tuesday afternoon, January 24th. Appreciate more than 1,200 people waiting to get this show rolling. And we are going to get to it in just a second. Thank you for everyone stopping by. 1,300 as the show continues to climb. As you're here, of course, Red Angle Sports is known for college basketball. However, little do some folks know that they've had a NFL service going now for 6+ seasons. Success rate equal to that of college basketball. Very successful. But this is the first time that they're doing playoff releases. So we're going to have a couple things to get to as we get to the show. With everybody here in the chat, subscribe button is down below. Appreciate you stopping by. We do college basketball release shows every Thursday and Saturday morning that are scheduled 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. If you want to subscribe, you'll get the 30-minute notification for those shows. So hit that subscribe button. Just over 4,000 subscribers now after 1 month of doing these shows. Appreciate everybody for committing, joining the channel, and following along. With all of that said, we will follow the usual setup, go, cancel, or opposite method for this stream. So for those of you joining for the first time, you'll hear setup. That is your cue to add it to your bet slip. We'll go about 10 to 15 seconds on the setups here. You have 2 games to look through, not a lot of scrolling. Then we'll tell you if a game is a go, cancel, or an opposite, where you're going to get the other side. With all that said, let's bring up the odds screen. Again, just 2 games on the board this week, so you're not going to have to bounce around. Obviously, we'll keep things going pretty quickly as it's the end of the workday on the East Coast and the West Coast just settling in to the afternoon. The first setup that we are going to go with is game number 3-2-1, San Francisco, Philadelphia, over 46. We are setting up 3-2-1, San Francisco, Philadelphia, over 46. Again, we'll give everybody 10 more seconds. San Francisco, Philadelphia, over 46 is the setup. Game number 3-2-1, San Francisco, Philadelphia, over 46 is a cancel. Not betting San Francisco, Philadelphia over 46. This is a cancel. Give everybody a couple seconds to reset as we get to the next setup on the board. Next setup, game number 3-2-4, Kansas City Chiefs plus 2.5. Give everybody 10 more seconds to find and set up 3-2-4, Kansas City plus 2.5. Game number 3-2-4, Kansas City plus 2.5 is a go. We'll bet Kansas City as well, plus 2 if you're seeing that at your sports book, but a lot of 2.5s available. Kansas City plus 2.5 is a go. If you have Kansas City in your bet slip, bet it immediately, as this number is absolutely going to move. Kansas City plus 2.5. And there were just a couple of 2s that steamed a little bit earlier before we came on the show, but you should be able to get 2.5. Let us know in the chat, where were you seeing it as we see the odds board begin to light up in a big way as this number comes crashing down now, mostly 1s across the board. Let us know in the chat, as always, what were you looking at? What were you betting? Seeing a lot of people start to chime in as the chat gets a little bit backlogged. 1,400 people on the stream as we see 2.5s flood into the chat. 2s as well on cheap. Doug was 2. I can't keep up with the chat messages coming in. We got a lot of them coming in. 2.5 showing up for a lot. Doug was in there at 2.5. Chris, 2.5 as well. Jared, 2.5 too. Brian, 2.5 at MGM. Same thing for Brian at the PPH. Trevor was able to get 2.5 as well. A lot of messages coming into chat. Thank you for everybody dropping in the messages, letting us know where you were able to get it, where you were able to bet it. Good to see as this board now begins to bounce around a little bit as we see it sort of bottomed out at 1. Of course, with NFL, there's going to be a lot of things to look at and talk about as we get to what will be a very busy Sunday with these 2 championship games. That is it for the NFL release show. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. We'll be live again Thursday morning with the usual college basketball shows, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. But Kansas City plus 2.5, a bet for this conference championship Sunday. Thanks again for everybody. We'll chat to you on Thursday morning.